Good morning. Good morning. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Derrick Casey, coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. And I hope that you guys are having a great start to your morning. And I just had to get on here and talk about this morning because, man, this is something, this news that's out here is blowing my mind, man. I've been seeing all the comments and everything that's coming along when it comes to Trump and the amount of taxes that he paid out of 10 years or whatever, out of all the money he paid. $750 is all he paid in taxes out of all the millions and billions of dollars that he made. And I see a lot of people that make these comments and they're like upset. They're in an uproar. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Trump is a fraud and all of this stuff. Everybody got their opinions about it. But the people who speak like that, and I'm going to be real with you, because when I had that mindset, I used to think like that too, is that, it's not fair. It's not fair that they out here, what I'm saying? These people make all this money, they're paying the taxes and all this stuff, right? We all think like that. But for the people who are upset with what's going on with Trump right now and his taxes are the people who are uneducated on how the money game works and how the taxes work. And it's not your fault, because if you think about it, guys, the system was never designed for us to be wealthy. It was never designed for us to be wealthy. From the time that you go to school, they have been programming you to work for the wealthy, to be an employee for the rest of your life. So you will never understand taxes and all of these different things. You'll never understand those type of things, because all you know is going to work, you pay your taxes, and then you sit around and you wait for a refund. Well, let me give you guys some education this morning, okay? Because if you are a W-2 employee, right? A W-2 employee with no business, no assets, nothing, you are giving a third of your income away. A third of your income away. Okay, Derrick, so what does that mean numbers wise? Let me break it down. If you are working a job and you're making $50,000 a year and you're giving a third of your income away to the government, a third of $50,000, and you can do the math yourself, is $16,000 that you're giving away to the government. $16,000 of your hard-earned money that you're giving to the government tax-free. Now, here's the crazy thing about it, guys. Here's the crazy thing about it is that that's the money that you give off top. So when you go to work and you get your paycheck, right? And you get your paycheck and you look at your check and you see the gross, and then you see all these minuses, and then you see your net at the end, right? That's the money that you're giving away. But the crazy thing is that that's not the only time that they tax you, because they tax you on every dollar that you spend. So you need to wake up and realize that taxes is your biggest expense. It's your biggest expense. You're giving a third of your income off top. Then you get taxed on everything that you spend your hard-earned money on. So $16,000 out of 50 only leaves you $34,000 to take care of your family. Guys, as you know, in this economy right now, $34,000 is hard to take care of a family, especially if you're a parent, have children that got things going on. How do you survive on $34,000 in this day and age? Okay. And a lot of you guys don't want to listen to this message because you've been programmed. A lot of you will get on this video and hop off of this video because you're just not willing to educate yourself on these things, man. And see, you sit around and you wait for a refund. See, so many people don't want to make changes because they get a refund. So they may get a little $8,000 back at the beginning of the year, or whatever the case. So they sit around and they like, oh yeah, you know what? That I don't want to mess up my refund. But do you understand what a refund is? A refund is paying you back the money that you overpaid to the government. And if you are giving a third of your income away, guys, of this, I'm using $50,000, okay? And you gave $16,000 away, how much of that $16,000 back are you going to get in a refund? Do you get anywhere close to the $16,000 that you overpaid? No, you don't. And I don't know what you guys are thinking or what planet you come from, but nobody likes to overpay in taxes. Nobody. When was the last time you went to a store and you went to a store because they had a deal and there was a discount on the price, and you went and bought something and you found out that they actually charged you the full price, right? They charged you the full price on something that should have been discounted. Do you wait a whole year to go back in and say, hey, A year ago, I bought this and I'm looking to get the rest of my money back because it was supposed to be discounted. Absolutely not. Soon as you get in the parking lot and pull out that receipt and you see that they didn't charge you or they didn't give you the discount, you headed right back in that store and you're going to say, hey, I want my money now. Like, y'all overcharged me. So why don't you do that to the government? The government is taking your hard-earned money from you and your family. And the crazy thing about it, guys, is that all of this money that W-2 employees pay in taxes and give away, they put into programs and things that don't even benefit you. How so? Because during this pandemic, guys, they'll put it into programs like for food, to help with food and medical and all of these things. But here's the thing. If you go to those very programs that your tax dollars are paying for and you need a helping hand, like during this pandemic because hours got cut, or maybe you lost your job right now and you was living on unemployment and you went to them same programs, they will look at your gross, which is what you are not getting, and they'll tell you that you are making too much money to get help from them. They'll tell you that you're making too much money to get help from them. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, that $16,000 that you paying in taxes is helping to fund those programs. So if you think about it like that, guys, why in the hell are you still giving all of that money away? See, a lot of you don't understand the rules of the wealthy. And like I said, it's not your fault. From the time we step into schools, we have been programmed to be employees. We have been programmed not to do the research and look at what the tax laws can do for you. To understand credit, to understand debt and investments. We were not taught these things in schools for a reason. From the time you go into school, the teacher is telling you when to sit down, what subjects you're going to go through, right? When you can take your lunch break, when you can go home, right? So when you go through and you do this through school, through all your school years, from grade school to middle school to all of these places, right? And then you go to college and you're doing the same thing. It is preparing you to be an employee. That's exactly what's going on. And then when you go and be an employee, you don't understand the tax game. You just go to work, you clock in, you take your lunch break, you clock out, you get your paycheck, and you just let the government just do whatever they want to do with your tax money. Meanwhile, y'all complaining because Trump only paid $750. Meanwhile, y'all looking all crazy because Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, makes billions of dollars, pays zero in taxes, but you giving a third of your income away. And it's because we weren't educated. But it's time for you guys to step up and start really looking into the rules of the wealthy and how the money game works. I was blind for so long. And then when I came across my opportunity where we have a team of licensed experts and enrolled agents with the IRS that helps you to position yourself to be able to pay less taxes, increase your credit scores, right? Eliminate your debt so you got more of your hard-earned money in your home so you can start truly investing for retirement. Guys, it opened my eyes to everything. It opened my eyes to everything. I was like, man, I can't believe that I've been missing out on this for years. And you have a chance to educate yourself now so you can teach your babies the rules of the wealthy. Because what Trump is doing, what Jeff Bezos is doing, the wealthy been doing this for years. They've been doing it for years and passing it along to their children. And then their children know what to do. And then when they have children, they pass it on. So from generation to generation, they have been passing on the rules of the wealthy and how the money game works. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we over here going to school, getting good grades, right? They told us the American dream, get your degree, go get you a job, all of this stuff. And now we are put into a system that was never designed for us to be wealthy. You'll never go into your job and be able to elevate yourself to making millions of dollars at your job while being able to reduce your taxes. It'll never happen. But I'm telling you guys, man, it is time, man. It is time for y'all to wake up. Stop complaining about Trump and what he did with his money. Why don't you learn how to leverage the tax laws for your benefit? Okay? And that's exactly what it is. The secret sauce to it, guys, is not hard. Start a business. Start a home-based business. I'm telling you guys, Hands down, that is going to be the best decision that you could ever make. A lot of you don't want to invest and all of this stuff, and y'all just missing the big picture. But a lot of people are starting businesses so that they can have tax write-offs. Did you know that if you start a home-based business, okay, if you start a home-based business, you have access to over 475 tax deductions that you could write off while working your job? Did you know that by starting a home-based business while working a job, you could reduce the amount of taxes taken out your check because you have a business? Did you know that by starting a home-based business, you could turn your expenses into deductions, things that you are already spending your money on, your cell phone, your mortgage or rent, the miles you drive in your car? When you have a home-based business, you can even hire your children from the age of 7 to 17, and you can pay them a salary and write off up to $12,000 a year to lessen the amount of money that the government can take. See, I bet you guys didn't know that. And here's the crazy thing about it. I have an amazing program with a team of licensed experts and enrolled agents with the IRS that'll actually do the work for you. That's what helped me out. Because instead of me having to sit down and read through all the tax laws and all the small print, I have experts that understand the laws, that understand taxes, that understand credit, that understand investing. And they have helped me, my wife, my children. They have helped us out tremendously. And so many things have changed. Okay. And the reason being, once again, and why you need experts is because look at what happened for Trump. Look at what happened for Jeff Bezos. Having a licensed expert that understands the laws can help you pay literally little to no taxes on your money by having that person that's an expert in that field. By having that person that's an expert in their field. But a lot of you guys still will ignore this and be like, oh, never mind, because you've been programmed. You have been programmed by the system not to think about being wealthy, to just worry about working a job, so that way the people that understand the tax game can leverage you to have more tax breaks. So that's it. I'm just sharing that with y'all. So for the ones over here crying about Trump, talking about, oh, Jeff Bezos made billions of dollars, paid zero in taxes, y'all better get off y'all ass and go and start doing some research for yourself to find out how you can stop giving a third of your income away to the government and keep more of your money, your hard-earned money, in your homes to do more with, so you can start preparing. It's sad that 90% of the people who work jobs at the age of 65 have less than $5,000 saved at the age of 65 when they get ready to retire. Who can retire on $5,000? It doesn't happen. It's your turn. So let's make it happen, all right? We're going to holler at you soon.